In a couple weeks, Ian Garry will be fighting Islam Makhachev in hopes of becoming a champion and cementing himself as one of the best to ever do it. Today, however, he seems to be fighting his brother. That's right. There seems to be some family drama in the Garry household. This all started when Ian Garry had a long interview on the High Performance YouTube channel where Ian spoke about his upbringing. They sat on these weird looking chairs with their feet touching. This was a pretty good interview and gave us a look into Ian Garry's life, but it was overshadowed by his brother Sean's comment. It reads, "Ian, you're not a victim. You act like we were beaten as kids. We grew up in a middle-class house and had everything we wanted. You're the type of guy to take money off his parents and never pay them back. I think the word is entitled. We had everything a child could need. Oh no, you got paid to go to college and your mother was stressed. You got flown all over the world with boxing, yet you talk about them not supporting you? Dad personally got involved in your boxing the whole time, even when he was sick and in chronic pain. Do me a favor and explain that one, Ian. We attended every one of your fights and we always believed you could do it. But Layla, who met you when you were only a few fights from the UFC, is suddenly the one who had faith? No way, really. You were already there. You're an avoidant person, like me, but I've grown up emotionally unlike you. You hide from negativity because you can't cope with the reality of your own actions." Damn. Missing your granddad's funeral. Was that a real man thing to do? Not even a text, lad. I'm missing something here. World run by Layla? More like, where he then links a YouTube video of an interview with Garry from 6 years ago. In this interview, he actually speaks positively about his mother. He said that she's a hardworking person and would work all day and still take him to training. So it seems like the recent interview isn't a full picture of Ian and his mom's relationship. Funny, before you met her, you talked about family very differently. Or were you still too immature at 21? Funny that. Do me a favor, Ian. I've been so quiet about your situation because I still feel bad for you. But if you even think about spreading this bullshit again, I will make the full truth clear in its entirety, and that's a promise. Wait 10 years. You do realize we will not be waiting for you in 10 years' time. I want you to think about that. My patience with you, Ian, has worn thin. I do hope you mature one day, Ian, but I'm going to be honest. I will not be waiting 10 years for you to grow up and admit your fault. Delete count 4. Talk about controlling the narrative. Delete it again, and I'm not going to hold back. So clearly they're aware of his brother and they're trying to bury this, and it's just not working. Also, to be clear, I'm not talking about lots of money here. That's not my point. I mean €50 here of the dad a few times, that sort of thing. He wouldn't do it if it was substantial. That was misleading on my part. Didn't really think of the gravity of this. He then finishes off with proof that it is the real Sean Garry. He basically shows that Ian Garry follows him, so I guess that's proof. I feel kind of awkward just reading this because family drama should never be aired out publicly. And if you are, at least do it on Dr. Phil where you can make some money off of it. But I have some timestamps of specific comments Ian made that probably caused his brother to say all of this. At minute 41, he talks about his wife Layla and basically says no one has ever supported him the way she does, even his own family. He called her his earth angel. He goes to her pretty much for anything. She gives him the belief that he can accomplish anything he puts his mind to, and just sounds like his biggest cheerleader. He actually got emotional talking about her. After listening to this, I am no longer confused as to why he took her last name. Ian Garry basically worships this woman. At minute 48, Ian talks about his relationship with his mom. This is probably where Sean got really pissed. Ian tells the story of when he dropped out of college and hid it from his mom. When she found out, he locked himself in his room and she slipped 3 letters under the door, basically saying that he's a bum. She said he always quits and never follows through with anything. Keep in mind, he is 18 during this, still a kid, and it probably traumatized him because after he made his MSG debut, that letter got blasted everywhere. I could not find the letter anywhere though, so I'm not sure if blasted means something different because I'm thinking that meant it got posted everywhere. He seems to still hold a grudge because at minute 52, he says that his mother could have been scared for him but still supported him. And her parenting style is what made Ian the type of father he is going to be. He plans to be a cheerleader for his kids. He ends this segment by saying the world would be better if it was run by women, where Josh Hokett had a lot to say. So overall, a really messy situation. I wonder if this is going to mess with Ian in the lead up to his fight, or if it'll be used against him in the press conferences. But like most things in life, the truth is probably somewhere in the middle. But let me know what you guys think. That's all I got. Okay, peace.